And welcome back, folks, here to the Tradewater Sports Network. Just about to get started here, and I'm going to send you straight to the intercom system here from Riverside Park.
Hello and welcome, fans, to beautiful Riverside Park here in Dawson Springs, Kentucky, for today's matchup between the Bravettes of Union County and your Dawson Springs Lady Panthers. Dawson Springs Independent Schools promotes good sporting behavior by student athletes, coaches, and spectators, and requests your cooperation by supporting the Panthers' opponents and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or other abusive comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the ballpark.
But she was right. She was justified.
Now for the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Bravettes of Union County. Batting first, number 16, Audrey Staley. Batting second, number 27, Miley Mosley. Batting third, number 17, Ashlyn Hargrove. Batting fourth, number 24, Carly Bird. Batting fifth, number 12, Daly Shelton. Batting sixth, number 22, Miley Mendoza. Batting seventh, number 13, Briley Jackson. Batting eighth, number 11, Ellie Hancock. And batting ninth, number 34, Ella Arnett. The head coach of the Bravettes is Aaron Danhauer. And now, the starting lineup for your Dawson Springs Lady Panthers. Batting first, at catcher, number 20, Piper Britt. Batting second, at shortstop, number 5, Berlia Hines. Batting third, at first base, number 21, Audrey Scott. Batting fourth, at designated player, number 9, Katie Blanchard. Batting fifth, at third base, number 32, Kaylin Cotton. Batting sixth, out in left field, number 35, Riley Sawyer.
I fight the world, I fight you, I fight myself, I fight back.
Batting seventh, out in center field, number 00, Aaliyah Cook.
Life is living here, puddles of blood in the street, shooters are covered in blood.
Batting eighth, out in right field, number 12, Miley Lowe. And batting ninth, at second base, number 25, Molly Back. And pitching for the Lady Panthers, number 3, Josie Sperling. The head coach of the Lady Panthers is Amanda Scott.
I felt like that was pretty safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and join us in honoring our country with the playing of our national anthem.
folks. And there you have it, folks. The starting lineups for both teams. We'll look into them just a little bit more. Piper Pritt behind the dish tonight for Dawson Springs, taking the place of Briley Sawyer, who's out in left field. Head coach Amanda Scott going with a little bit different of a lineup tonight, and we'll see what that does in effect in the rest of this game. Now looking at the lineup for Union County, leading off will be Audrey Staley, behind her Miley Mosley and Ashlyn Hargrove. Now looking at Dawson Springs, the big proponent here, it's going to have to be Josie Sperlin. She's got a 7.84 ERA on the year in 27 2/3 innings pitched. Last night, Audrey Scott against McLean County had herself a heater. 8 strikeouts. Josie Sperlin will look to follow that up after a great performance this past Tuesday, and we'll see how many innings she can go against a very strong Union County team. They do sit at 8-11, but those 11 losses are to some of the best teams in the region. Meanwhile, Dawson Springs looking to make this 4 in a row tonight, heading into the district tournament, which starts in just a few hours, actually. It starts in about 17 hours from the start of this one, so that's an interesting lineup of events, and we'll see how that leads into the rest of this one. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Levi Purdy next to me. This is going to be a good one between the Bravettes and the Lady Panthers, and we mentioned the odd lineup. One thing that you can count on, though, Aaliyah Cook in center field. Out in right field is the senior Miley Lowe. And in left field, we mentioned, is Briley Sawyer. Also, Kaylin Cotton taking up the position at third base. A little bit new for her as well. But here we go. First batter of the game. And that's number 16, Audrey Staley. She's batting .326 on the year. And a slap hitter at that, so it'll be important here for first baseman Audrey Scott, as that one's going to go down the middle for strike one. Josie Sperlin will look to see more of that tonight if Dawson Springs wants to come out with a win against a very high RPI team. That one drifts a little to the left and outside for ball one. That one popped up into the infield. And Perlina Hofheinz gets under it for out number one. The fly out for Staley will be the first out of the inning. And now that sets up number 27, Miley Mosley. Mosley, the senior. Some experience to start off this lineup for the Bravettes. And Sperlin's pitch is going to drift to the outside for ball one. You can see that she's breaking a little bit on those balls, just got to find the zone or at least coax the batter into swinging at him. That up and down into the zone, and Sperlin starting off hot. And that one goes a little high. Pritt has to reach high for it. Can't find the zone that time. That one put into the center field, and Aaliyah Cook says, no, ma'am, you're going back to the dugout with the rest of them. 2 straight flyouts for Union County. And that's exactly why you have Cook at that center field position. Unmatched speed and athleticism leading to the catch right there. And And right now, Josie Sperlin doing her job. 2 outs here. So far, the Bravettes are scoreless. And that one's going to hit the ground and drift inside for ball 2. And I had to do a double take when I saw the catcher throw with the right arm, because usually Briley Sawyer is behind the dish, and she is a very well-known lefty. That one going to go low once again for ball 3. Sperlin needing a strike here to make the comeback in the count after a strong start to the inning. Sperlin 3-0 pitch. And that one going to find the inside and lock up the batter for strike 1. Some speed on that one, too. So now we got a 3-1 count. Still some work to do. That one popped into the left field, and Briley Sawyer silences the Bravettes. Dawson Springs keeps it scoreless in the first frame. They'll look to change that. Coming up next here on the Tradewater Sports Network.
Treat yourself at Squeeze and Scoop Shop, the go-to destination to celebrate with everyone's favorite treat, ice cream. Fill up a cone, cup, or milkshake with one of our 24 flavors. Swing by Squeeze and Scoop Shop, located in Veterans Square at 109 East Railroad Avenue, Dawson Springs, Kentucky, or give them a call at 270-841-1681.
As the warmer weather approaches, we encourage you to reach out to Tradewater Heating and Air for all of your HVAC needs. With over 30 years of experience in servicing and installing all major brands, we are committed to serving our community and treating our customers like family. Whether you require new construction, a retrofit for your existing system, or a tune-up to ensure your unit operates at optimal performance, we are here to assist you. Please contact us at 270-875-8896. You can also connect with us on Facebook or visit our website at tradewaterheatingandair.com. From the time you walk in the door to the fist bump at the end, Rusty's Barbershop makes you feel like family. From high-quality haircuts to clean beard trims, Rusty's is the place to go to improve your look in minutes with their walk-in service. Located on 100 Water Street in Dawson Springs, pay a visit and leave with a smile on your face. And welcome back, folks, to Riverside Park. Getting things figured out right now is Piper Pritt set to go first. And they did not stop for the walk-up songs. So very disrespectful play there, as that's going to be out number 1 for Union County. And you just don't like it when the other team does not follow the rhythm of things. Carolina Hoffhine set up next, and this will be the first ethical pitch of the game for Union County. And exactly, an ethical pitch produces an ethical play, as that's going to go for 2 for Perlina Hoffhines. Next up, Audrey Scott set to bat for Dawson Springs to continue this run. Runner on second for Dawson Springs. We'll see what Scott can do in trying to drive her home. Swing and a miss that time for the 7th grader. Oh, 0-1 count here. She'll let that one go, but that will hit the bottom outside corner of the zone for strike 2. 0-2 count. She'll let that one go outside as Blanchard dances in the base paths. Excuse me, as Hofheinz dances in the base paths. I was looking at Katie Blanchard on deck for Dawson Springs. And Scott, she'll tip it to stay alive. She'll let that one go once again for another ball. On the mound for Union County, number 27, Miley Mosley, the senior. She's pitching 4.02 on the year with an ERA. Scott puts that one into play. And right there, it's going to be a sacrifice as she allows her teammate to get to the next base, and that'll set up a good position for Katie Blanchard to score. And Blanchard on the year, she's hot with the bat as well. Batting .385, second on the team in batting average. Excuse me, make it third on the team. Blanchard swings and just missed it below the ball for strike one on the foul. And she lets that one go, but unfortunately that's going to hit the bottom inside corner. Blanchard now in a hole looking to get out of it. Here's Mosley, 0-2 pitch. Blanchard lets that one go, and that one was a tough one to let pass, but she wisely holds up for ball one. And a swing and a miss, and that time Dawson Springs leaves one on base and cannot drive it home. It's 0-0 as we head into the second here on the Tradewater Sports Network.
Sometimes the standard just won't cut it. When your loads are oversized, heavy, or built to unique specs, Kentucky A1 pallets build what you need. Strong, reliable, and made right here in the South. From 5 pallets to 50, Kentucky A1 pallets deliver custom builds fast. No big minimum, no excuses. Just quality that holds up every time. Whatever your job demands, trust Kentucky A1 pallets. Strength beneath every shipment.
Welcome back, folks, to Riverside Park. We're still scoreless here after one, and now Union County looks to change that as they head back to the plate for the second time today. Dawson Springs made it a quick 3 in that last inning, so batting for and I accidentally hit the wrong button. That was emergency, and that's a bit of a problem, but we'll be all right. Anyway, batting for Union County is number 24, Carly Bird, out of the 4-hole. One's going to go pass for ball one. And Sperlin, that one is going to find the zone. Thought for a second that it might be too far outside, but she does find the top outside corner of the zone. 1-1 pitch for Sperlin. And that drifts a little too far to the inside on ball two. Contact made, and that one's going to foul out behind the fence. So now Sperlin finds herself just slightly up in the count. And that one pops over Scott and fair for a base hit, the first of the game for Union County. That's one hit down, and now both teams have a hit apiece. No outs on the board is now it's going to be number 12, Daly Shelton. She's got 20 hits on the year. And what a season it's been for her. Fouls that one off to the left side for strike one. Now that runner on base changes things just a little bit for the Lady Panthers. We'll see what adjustments they make. Sperlin lets that one go high and over Piper Pritt, and that's going to allow the runner to steal. Two 2-1 count for her. Excuse me, 1-1 count. Now it's 2-1 count. 2-1 pitch for her. And that one's put down into the left field gap, and that one's going to get past Sawyer. That'll drive a runner home and give 2 to the batter. And right there, just an unlucky bounce for the left fielder as Union County is going to get the double there. So after the error by the Panthers, Union County takes the lead, and now up to the plate, number 22, Miley Mendoza. Yet another senior for this Bravette team. Sperlin's pitch is going to go low, and it'll stay in front of Piper Pritt there. In a situation here for the Lady Panthers, I mean, you play at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, so a lot of the decisions in the lineup go towards preparing for the more important game, which is tomorrow. So obviously, you want to pick up another win tonight in your final regular season game, but you've got to also prepare for the might that is Madisonville North Hopkins tomorrow morning. I mean, literally less than 17 hours, and that one's going to grab the side of the batter and put another on base, as now the Lady Panthers trying to pick some momentum back up after a very strong first showing. Now up to the plate, number 13, Briley Jackson. Yet another slap hitter for the Bravettes. That one popped into the infield, but just passed for another base hit. Cook trying to get the tag out at third base, but Kaylin Cotton just not at the right position at the right time. So the bases will load. And so, obviously, I mean, you don't love the situation that you're in, but if you're Dawson Springs, you also see the fact that it's a force out at every single base. Sperlin, beautiful pitch, but it goes a little high for ball one. Ellie Hancock, the lone middle schooler in this entire Union County lineup here in the 9-hole. Thought about it on the high one, but it'll go ball. had the chance to talk to head coach Amanda Scott before the game. And they're going to say the batter got hit. I do think she kind of threw herself into the ball a little bit there, but either way, that is going to prompt a mound meeting from head coach Amanda Scott. We'll stay here until we decide, but I'm almost sure that she's going to keep her pitcher out there just for now. But you just got to calm down the nerves. I mean, Sperlin, she's only walked one batter up to this point. And the hit by pitch, just an unfortunate circumstance there. So I'm sure you just want to talk to your she's only a 7th grader. The battery here for Dawson Springs are both 12 or 13-year-olds. And for this team to be competitive early on in this game into the second inning, it's something that you 100% have to look at. But also now you're starting to see Katie Blanchard, the starting designated player for this team, get some warm-up pitches in. Obviously just stretching at the moment. Nothing serious. But Sperlin, what a way to come out of a coach's meeting. Throws one right down the middle for a strike one. But Katie Blanchard, she's shown the ability to pitch, and she's done it a lot in the past. Sperlin's pitch will drift a little too far to the inside. Dawson Springs infield moving up here, trying to prevent the bunt from scoring. Sperlin, she wanted that one there, but it's going to go for a ball just a little too far on the inside. Two-one pitch. That one going to drift high. So after a good-looking start for her, now she's starting to drift back into old ways. Only 33 pitches down. See, that one popped out into the deep infield, and the catch is made. Hoffhein's going to go home, but instead that is going to allow the runner to cross the plate. Runners advance into second and third, so while you do get the out, not the situation that you want to happen following the out, as Dawson Springs allows Union County to take second and third and score, so they don't get the double play on the nice catch, though, from Perlina Hoffheinz. Yet another slap hitter as we turn the lineup back over for the Bravettes. That one popped out into left field. Sawyer running for it. Makes the catch. Gonna go home, and it's not there in time. Union County will score. Lady Panthers, though, while it is a 4-0 game, they are getting the outs that they so desired. Just having to suffer the consequences of there being loaded bases earlier in this inning. Good reach for Pritt there to prevent the ball from going behind the plate. Right there, that probably was a run-saving dive there. That one powered over to the left side and foul. Miley Mosley wanted to make it known that she's swinging for the fences. Here's Sperlin. Bit of a break in the action. 1-1 pitch. And she checked her swing, but it didn't matter. That one goes down for strike two. One away from stopping the bleeding. That one popped up into shallow left field, and it's going to get down. Union County will score there, and that right there looks like it's just a communication error. as Dawson Springs suffers the consequences, allowing another run. It's now 5-0 in this one. That one popped out into left field. It's got some distance, and it is going to get down just past Sawyer, and that'll score another for the Bravettes. And poor Briley Sawyer, I mean, she's having to run just about everywhere out in left field due to no fault of her own. So I think I just swallowed a fly. But due to no fault of her own, the position is just not there for her, and she's just not really putting herself in the right space at the right time. Carly Bird up next. Sperlin, that one's going to go low for ball one. Lady Panthers just trying to get out of this one with minimal bleeding. They've already allowed 6 runs up to this point. That one put into the infield and passed. Cook going to go home. And it's not there. Going to bring 2 bases to Bird as well. And now Dawson Springs, the defense is starting to really struggle. 7-0 the score here from Riverside Park, just trying to find a way to get out of this nightmare inning. That one popped out into left field. Sawyer going to have to be there, and it's not. It's way past the outfield wall, and that might be the first home run hit here at Riverside Park all season. Credit the home run to Daly Shelton. That's her 2nd of the year. And that's going to prompt an infield meeting for Josie Sperlin. Head coach Amanda Scott not moving out there yet, as we're not seeing some high action from pitcher Katie Blanchard. But that might be sure to change if this one starts getting more out of hand. Sperlin, that one's going to find the zone. Up to the plate now, number 22, Miley Mendoza. That one tipped over to the left side for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. That one tipped. You see Mendoza having to play a little bit of keep away, trying to keep herself out there. Oh, 2 pitch again. That one put down quickly into left field, and that's going to bring 1 base to her. Can it get 2? And it will. Just an unfortunate circumstance. That was just a beautiful piece of hitting there. That one's going to go high. Pritt will allow the runner to get to third. Incredible 2-out rally for the Bravettes. Dawson Springs really just trying to get 1 more, and they've been in this position for quite a while now. That one popped up into center field. Cook getting to it, and she can't. Lets it drop. as that's going to score another for Union County. And right there, I mean, that's just an instance of momentum getting the best of Dawson Springs. I mean, they had every reason to make that catch, but right there, just allowing Union County to get in their heads. So now it's 10-0. Swing and a miss that time for number 11, Ellie Hancock. And that one fouled off to the left side with some power on it. Oh, 2 pitch is Sperlin. That one's going to hit the dirt. One strike gets the Lady Panthers out of this nightmare inning. That one is going to rebound off Pritt in behind her. And Jackson will take the base. Sperlin, that one drifts high for another ball. Just finding it hard to finish the job are the Lady Panthers right now. Full count. Swung on and fouled, so we'll stay alive for just a little bit longer here. And that one blasted out to the left side and foul. Credit Briley Sawyer. I mean, you also have to give Sawyer credit for even being here. Her along with my what would I call you, Levi? My broadcast mate, my sidekick Levi Purdy. Both of them arrived just about 20 minutes before first pitch, as Sawyer and Purdy both were at Holiday World all day. That's going to be a swing and a miss, but a drop third strike is right there. Just another unfortunate circumstances. I mean, you see Sperlin, she'll get credit for the strikeout. I believe so, but now it's going to elude the grasp of Pritt, and so no out there. I mean, just about every force in nature keeping this inning going. That one popped out into left field. Sawyer is going to have to let it drop in front of her, as that's just a beautiful piece of hitting. Not much you can do there. (11-0) is the lead. Sperlin, that one goes high. She's now up to 59 pitches through 1 2/3 innings. That one will allow yet another base stolen. And that is going to be the day for Josie Sperlin. 60 pitches to her name, and Katie Blanchard is going to replace her. We'll talk a little bit more about Blanchard after the break. While Blanchard gets some warm-up pitches, we'll be right back here on the Tradewater Sports Network.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong, hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, we can't help but be inspired by her every day. So really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
And welcome back here to Riverside Park. Katie Blanchard warming up for her first inning of work. And Blanchard, not too much experience on the mound this season. She's only pitched in 2 games before this one, and she's got 4 1/3 innings under her belt, looking to make it 4 2/3 and send us out of this one. That one popped up deep infield, and Hoffhines gets up and under it. So we come back after a break, and we're sending you to another one. Dawson Springs looking to make things interesting with their bats after the break here on the Tradewater Sports Network.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong, hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, we can't help but be inspired by her every day. So really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back, folks, to Riverside Park on the banks of the Tradewater River. You know, KHSA doesn't get it right, so sometimes I won't. I'm Isaac Bourne, here joined by Levi Purdy. Due up next for Dawson Springs, number 32, Kaylin Cotton, out of the 5-hole.
Now batting, number 32, Kaylin Cotton.
And the freshman here will look to change the tides of this game that is heavily in favor of the Bravettes. Cotton on the year, batting .323. She's got 10 hits. As that one's going to drift too far to the inside for ball one. Excuse me. And she'll let that one go, but not for the right reason, as that one's going to be strike 2. Swing and a miss that time for strike 3, and she's going to head back to the dugout. Briley Sawyer, she'll get to work here from the mound. Excuse me, not from the mound, from the batter's box. Like we mentioned, Sawyer arrived to the ballpark 20 minutes before first pitch after a long day at Holiday World with the National Honor Society and Beta Club. She's going to go for the bunt there, lays it down towards the right side, and she just can't get there in time. Unfortunate for Sawyer, as right now just has not been able to catch a break anywhere on the field tonight. And that'll set up Aaliyah Cook, the 8th grader. And Cook, usually batting first for this team, now moving into the 7-hole. We'll see now, though, what she can do. She's one of the higher batting averages on this team, batting .357. Looks at it and then steps back for ball 1. puts that one into play. And the routine play is made by Union County. Dawson Springs, nothing doing at the plate. We'll see if they can keep it from coming back on them on defense in just a moment here on the Tradewater Sports Network.
Sometimes the standard just won't cut it. When your loads are oversized, heavy, or built to unique specs, Kentucky A1 pallets build what you need. Strong, reliable, and made right here in the South. From 5 pallets to 50, Kentucky A1 pallets deliver custom builds fast. No big minimum, no excuses. Just quality that holds up every time. Whatever your job demands, trust Kentucky A1 pallets. Strength beneath every shipment.
And welcome back, folks, here to Riverside Park. I'm Isaac Bourne. And in the circle right now, Katie Blanchard got 1/3 of an inning under her belt after getting that final out in the last inning. Now we'll look to add to that total here. Now she'll face off against number 27 for Union County. That's Miley Mosley out of the 2-hole. No changes in the Dawson Springs infield as of yet, as Blanchard was labeled as the designated player to start off this one. And so she just subs straight in for Josie Sperlin. Blanchard, that one's going to bounce off the glove of Pritt and actually take a little juggle on the helmet of Mosley. So, but that'll be ball one. That one will stay outside for ball two. Blanchard, it just looks like she lost the grip on that one as it's going to go over Pritt. Lady Panthers, they do have one pitcher left in the bullpen if they need her, and that's Sophie Johnson. And just unfortunate timing for this game is Audrey Scott pitched last night, and she's looking to keep that arm warm as that one is going to drop into the zone for a strike for Blanchard. Three-one pitch. And that one's going to drift to the outside for ball one. Excuse me, for ball four, and that's going to allow the runner to go to first. Up next for the Bravettes. See, we'll get a number on her in just a moment. Number 17 is that one's going to foul off to the left side, Ashlyn Hargrove. She leads this team in hits. She's got 21 on the year, and she's pretty high up there in batting average as well. Third on the team in that regard, batting .382. Union County actually has 3 batters hitting in the around the .380 range. Blanchard, that one lobs a little high. That one popped up into the infield. Blanchard is under it, and that right there is going to be an easy foul fly out for the Lady Panthers. That's the first out of the inning. And now the lineup goes to number 24, Carly Bird. Bird, she's 2 for 2 on the day. Lady Panthers looking to keep it there as Blanchard. That one's going to drift high and outside for ball 1. And that one powered into the left center field gap. As Sawyer's there, going to have to make the throw. Can she get it home before? And that is incredible outfielding by Briley Sawyer. I mean, what a night she's had. Just kind of been thrown every single punch and had to roll with them. But she's able to get that one into the infield and prevent the score so far. Still a dangerous position for Katie Blanchard in a pinch with runners on second and third. Tries to lob that one high and down, but it can't get down enough, and that'll be ball 1. One-0 pitch here for Katie Blanchard. I want to go low. Blanchard, the sophomore this season, while she is getting one of her first trips to the circle this year as a pitcher, she's also shown herself to be a very talented hitter. Being in the 4-hole for tonight's lineup. That one fouled off to the left side on the hands. At the plate for Union County, that's number 12, Daly Shelton. Blanchard lobs that one in, and it's going to be fouled off behind her. Shelton, you knew she wants that one back. Blanchard served it up on a platter for her there. 2-2 count for the sophomore, a chance to make it 2 outs here. That one will swing a little low, and that'll load the count. Something's got to give here for the sophomore. Here's Blanchard. Payoff pitch. And that'll drift to the outside. And now bases are loaded for Union County. Sets up a plate trip for Miley Mendoza. Blanchard will look to avoid any scores from the 3 runners on base right now for the Bravettes. Blanchard's pitch just barely can't find the zone for ball 1. Finds her on the inside for strike 1. And Blanchard, I mean, she's the end-all, be-all tonight for Dawson Springs. Is head coach Amanda Scott not warming up any more pitchers. And right there, that's a hit by pitch. That's going to score another, the first run of the inning for Union County. I will remind the viewers as well, though, softball is a little bit different from baseball, where in baseball you do have to be completely done for the game once your coach switches you out. But there is a possibility that if Josie Sperlin feels like she can go back up to the plate and throw a few more pitches, there is a rule that allows Sperlin to be back up on the plate tonight, to be back up in the circle tonight if her coach so chooses. You're allowed to sub back in pitchers in softball. So we'll see if Sperlin, and obviously that would take a lot to take Blanchard out of the circle right now, but that shows that head coach Amanda Scott, she does have options if needed. And a substitution in the lineup for Union County, getting her first at-bat of the day, is going to be Malia French, the freshman for the Bravettes. Katie Blanchard, 19 pitches into her tenure on the rubber tonight. Lobs that one in, and and French watches that one go by. One pitch for Blanchard. That one gets a little loose for another ball. And right now, Dawson Springs on a 3-0 on a 3-game win streak. Things might be looking like they will end tonight if the Lady Panthers cannot make a big comeback here. That one high, and Pritt has to reach for it for ball 3. That one tipped behind her. Full count. Payoff pitch for Blanchard, and that one's going to go low. She's going to walk another batter. Scores another 13 runs for Union County. Still no action from the bullpen for Dawson Springs. Head coach Amanda Scott content to let Blanchard work herself out of this one. Looks like another substitution in the lineup. Sadie Green. And there it is. Sophie Johnson. Looks like she's going to go get some warm-up pitches with Kara McKnight. And right there, that might be one of the better motivators in the game of softball. Katie Blanchard did catch a glimpse at Johnson over there starting to get some warm-ups. Obviously, it's going to be a while before that arm is ready. But see what type of stuff Blanchard throws, and if she can stay in this game. Only 26 pitches into this performance for her. Panthers having to go by committee tonight. 1-0 pitch for Blanchard. That one going to hit the dirt once again for ball 2. Sadie Green. This is only her fourth appearance all season at the plate. A freshman for the Bravettes. 2-0 pitch. And Blanchard is going to clip the side of Sadie Green. That's going to rotate the runners. As Union County now up to 14 runs. That is going to prompt a bit of an infield meeting. And that's exactly what you look for in a team. I mean, Amanda Scott, head coach, she's yet to have an infield meeting with Blanchard. But the infield for Dawson Springs, they're mature enough to be able to go talk to their pitcher, let her know. Mind you, folks, I do have to keep in mind, the oldest player on the infield is 15 years old, and that's third baseman Kaylin Cotton. The catcher's a 7th grader. The sophomore's the shortstop's a 7th grader. The second baseman's a 7th grader. And the first baseman is a 7th grader. This is almost an entirely middle school infield. And folks, this is high school softball. I think that's one thing you have to keep in mind when you watch this team. The success that they've produced with an almost entire middle school roster is something that you have to just step back and think about. Katie Blanchard, the sophomore, the oldest player in the infield right now. Kaylin Cotton, the only other player that I see as a high school teacher every single day in the middle school or in the high school. That one is going to drive a runner home on the wild pitch. I mean, the youth of this team is something that you have to really, really look at. Sophie Johnson running back to the dugout, which might spell the day for Katie Blanchard. We'll see how many more pitches she gets before her coach pulls her. Runners on second and third for Union County. That one down and inside for strike one. If you're the head coach, you want to let your hitter, or you want to let your pitcher end on a good note. Swing and a foul ball. Now it's 3-2. The count is full. One thing you see from good coaches, you do want to see Blanchard end with a strong one. This might be the last at-bat she gets all day, no matter what. Lobs that one in, and it's going to go high for ball 4, and that looks like it's going to be the day for Katie Blanchard. 34 pitches to her name, and just unable to get the job done for now, but Union County, they lead by 15. Sophie Johnson will go to work on them after the break here on the Tradewater Sports Network.
Treat yourself at Squeeze and Scoop Shop, the go-to destination to celebrate with everyone's favorite treat, ice cream. Fill up a cone, cup, or milkshake with one of our 24 flavors. Swing by Squeeze and Scoop Shop, located in Veterans Square at 109 East Railroad Avenue, Dawson Springs, Kentucky, or give them a call at 270-841-1681.
From the time you walk in the door to the fist bump at the end, Rusty's Barbershop makes you feel like family. From high-quality haircuts to clean beard trims, Rusty's is the place to go to improve your look in minutes with their walk-in service. Located on 100 Water Street in Dawson Springs, pay a visit and leave with a smile on your face. Version. And welcome back. I was actually talking about LeBron James before the break, but we've got someone pretty close to it in the circle. That's Sophie Johnson. She'll look to make something happen tonight after the pitching troubles plaguing the Lady Panthers early on. Josie Sperlin started off in the circle for Dawson Springs and kept them in it for just a little bit. Actually produced a scoreless first inning, but then the troubles started to show in the second, and Katie Blanchard took to the rubber. I keep saying mound. There's no mound out there, but took to the rubber for her. And Blanchard, after about 33 pitches, now subbed out. And Sophie Johnson, the third pitcher of the day. Now you can officially say head coach Amanda Scott pitching by committee. And sometimes I forget I also run the sound system here, so had to fix that. Is Johnson going to get her first pitch, and that one's going to go low. And that is going to allow the runners to advance. One more run for Union County. So this one, and you can hear the train in the background. It's loud, but we'll see how much louder this lead can get for the Bravettes. That one high for Johnson. And you also got to mention Bradley Sawyer coming in late from the Beta Club and National Honor Society trip. Also Levi, that's sitting next to me. But also the woman in the circle also coming in late today, just about 20 minutes before first pitch. So Sophie Johnson just about as tired as the rest of them. And so, I mean, if you're these players, you have to give them credit for just the resiliency that they've shown. And right there, Johnson just not aware of the situation, and they're going to allow yet another run. Runners in the corners for Union County. Lady Panthers just trying to get out of this inning. At the plate, the 2-hole, number 27. That's Miley Mosley. And Johnson, just about the only pitcher that this Lady Panther team has left, but unless something happens in the bottom of this inning to make it within 15 runs, this will be a quick 3-inning game. So only 2 outs needed to end this one off. Katie Blanchard finishes the day with only 2/3 of an inning pitched. Sophie Johnson looking to get that under her belt before this one's over. That one powered over to the left side. And they're going to say that one's fair. Bradley Sawyer's got to make the long run over. And it looks like that's only going to be a base hit for Union County, but it does score one more. They now lead 18-0. Johnson finds the zone there on the nice breaking ball. Swing and a miss that time. Ball is going to elude Pritt just a little bit. Was able to talk to head coach Amanda Scott before this game, and one thing she did mention with the inclusion of Piper Pritt behind the dish, obviously she knew that Briley Sawyer, her legs were going to be tired after a long day at Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana, so put in 7th grader Piper Pritt, who has spent some time at catchers. That one is going to be powered over to the right side and fair. Miley Lowe is going to have to make her way out there. Going to fall to the ground, but she will get it in play. Unfortunately, that's going to score 2 more for Union County. Only 1 more, excuse me, so it is 19-0. On the day, 12 hits for Union County. No, that is 20. I was right. Take that, Levi. I was right on that. You know, and you love being on a broadcast where you can talk trash about somebody and they can't talk back. Levi missing once again the count. Just kidding. He does a great job. I really appreciate the help that I get from Levi Purdy, and hopefully next year with this program growing into a journalism and media class that we can bring more students into these broadcasts, get more help. Right now the camera stays stagnant, as you can see, but we're hoping that going on in the future that we can have a moving camera with somebody working it, and also we want a second view. I think right now the consensus is that a lot of fans wish that they could have a second viewing point of this game, or at least a more focused in one, as right now we have to show the whole field because, I mean, that's really all we've got. I mean, we cannot, if we miss part of the action because we're trying to zoom in on a part, then, I mean, that's on the cameraman. So we have to show the full field. Runner on second is going to move over to the dugout, so umpire might have called a base path infraction, and yes, he did. So, yeah, that's 2 outs. Sophie Johnson just in need of 1 more. And that one a little low for a ball 1. But going back to what we were talking about with TSN, I think that just with the development of this program, we're going to have a very successful year next year, this being the last official broadcast of the Tradewater Sports Network live anyways. And We will see you guys at the start of basketball season, maybe possibly wrestling season. We're not sure about that one yet. That one going to go high for Johnson, and Pritt going to have to make the run back to the backstop. But we'll see you guys at the start of basketball season next year. But I'll have the sappy stuff for that after the broadcast concludes, which quite possibly could be very soon after just 4 more outs here. Johnson, that one high for ball 3, now down in the count 3-0. Actually, that looks like it was ball 4. So, yes, she will walk the batter. Now here's Shelton. And they're going to say the runner left early on first base, and so that'll be the inning. Dawson Springs gets 2 outs that fall out of the sky for them, and luckily now they're going to head to the plate and see what they can do before this one most likely will conclude after 3. But we'll be right back here on the Tradewater Sports Network.
Sometimes the standard just won't cut it. When your loads are oversized, heavy, or built to unique specs, Kentucky A1 pallets build what you need. Strong, reliable, and made right here in the South. From 5 pallets to 50, Kentucky A1 pallets deliver custom builds fast. No big minimum, no excuses. Just quality that holds up every time. Whatever your job demands, trust Kentucky A1 pallets. Strength beneath every shipment.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong, hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, we can't help but be inspired by her every day. So really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
And folks, welcome back here to Riverside Park. Possibly the last time I welcome you back of this season. New pitcher on the mound for Union County. We'll tell you a little bit more about her once we get a number. That looks like it's going to be number 12, Daly Shelton. She's only pitched 6 times before this one. This will be her 10th inning of work of the season. So they're going to give her a little bit more warm-up time. Miley Lowe due up. So it does look like Levi was right. It actually is 19-0. So he can have that one, I guess, whatever. Miley Lowe, the senior for the Lady Panthers, due up for quite possibly the last time ever here in high school. Low on the season, hitting an even 300. And Miley Lowe, just what a high school career. I mean, I've only come in just for the very, very last bit of the time that she spent in athletics here in college, but I've had the joy of having her as a student. In English 4, she's going to foul that one off to the left side, trying to bunt it. But also just the hard work and effort that she puts towards everything. Obviously, I mean, she's had just the time to be able to really develop this game and also just play so many different sports. She's on the basketball team, on the track and field team, also on the softball team here. I mean, this girl is a 3-sport athlete and just brings a smile, but also leadership to all 3 of them. I mean, you never see her upset. You never see her frowning. One thing I think you have to give credit to Lowe for bringing to every single space that she's in is just an air of just joy and excitement. The type of person that you want to be around is Miley Lowe. She put that one foul over to the right side. Lowe really looking here to make an impact in her final at bat here in high school. But final statements on Miley. I mean, what a career for her, and I'm glad to have had her for just one semester. But folks, she might be back. Obviously, going to say it a little early. She might be back as an aide at Dawson Springs Elementary. But folks, for now, what a great career for Miley Lowe. She will get the strikeout there and head back to the dugout. And now Molly back up to the plate.
Now batting number 25, Molly back.
And so up behind back is Piper Pritt in the one hole. So the lineup will turn over, but only 2 outs left in the Lady Panthers season of their regular season. And folks, I said her final at bat in high school. Obviously, they do have tomorrow's game against Madisonville North Hopkins. How can I forget? Because they play that one in 16 hours, less than 16 hours from now. How could I forget? Because they'll be playing it straight from Hopkins County Central High School. So for any fans that are willing to make the short drive over to Morton's Gap, that's where they'll be playing tomorrow in the district semifinal game. Swing and a miss for back, and she's done from the plate as well. So now last chance to make something happen here is Piper Pritt, the 7th grader. So far today, it has just been a very great tenure in the circle for Daly Shelton. 2 straight strikeouts for her, looking to make it 3 to end the day for her. Pritt, she'll let that one go for strike 1. Daly Shelton, 4.06 ERA. That's the second lowest, second lowest on her team. Just above Miley Mosley. She'll put that one into play on the swinging bunt. Routine play for Union County, and there it is. And folks, that is the game here from Riverside Park. Your final score, Dawson Springs 0, Union County 19. This one had the looks of being a promising one early, as Dawson Springs was able to shut Union County out to start. But instead the Bravettes are able to find their bats later on and come out with the win. And so, folks, as we conclude this season here on the Tradewater Sports Network, I do have a minute to talk about, the time that we've spent here. You've spent listening to my voice. I know that, the views have been up and down on these broadcasts, but we hope that at the very least, all we can do is provide joy to just the few parents that can't make it to watch their kids every single game. And we appreciate the people that have tuned in to broadcast, whether it be one time or whether it's every single game. We thank you for tuning in. I also want to give a really big thanks to Levi Purdy. This kid doesn't have to be here. He can be at home playing video games right now, but instead he decides, you know what, I'm going to come to a softball game where my school gets blown out in a three inning run rule. And that's just about every baseball game he comes to, and he decides, you know what, I'm going to do that. It's hot outside, and he, puts on his slides and comes over here. Tonight he's actually got tennis shoes on, so got to give him credit for that one. But Levi, thank you so much for being here. Also, guys, make sure to tune in next season for basketball. I really hope we can get Levi on the mic, because this kid knows ball. And for basketball season, it'll be a fun year next year. But also, I want to give a shout out and thank you to both of the coaches and teams that have supported this thing that we've got going. Head coach Amanda Scott, you see her right there in the center of the field right now. I have a big thank you to her as well for, just supporting, trying her best to get rosters and lineups to me quickly so I can pre-record these pregame segments. Mind you, I pre-record these, so for me to be able to do all of that pre-recording and also do the broadcast, I have to be able to get a lot of these lineups in the middle of the day. So I have to thank head coach Cameron Gudgel and also Amanda Scott for being so willing to do that for me and get them to me before the game time. I know in high school a lot of times you come up with a lineup maybe a couple minutes before the game starts, but I mean, I've had to get them a little bit more prepared. But also, finally, a big shout out to Dawson Springs Independent Schools. I have to give a huge shout out to Mr. Lenny Whalen, first of all, for just encouraging this position for me to be able to be in. I've been here for just only 5 months as a worker here at Dawson Springs as a teacher, and now I have been able to put all of this together, I mean, just in 5 months, due to the support that I've gotten from the districts, the support I've also gotten from athletic director Logan Davenport. I mean, I text Logan so many times, and I just hope, man, I hope he's not mad at me this time for just texting him another thing. Hey, Logan, can we do this? Hey, Logan, can we do this? And Logan somehow finds a way to say, you know what, that'll be cool. Let's try that. And to be able to have a district behind me that isn't a, oh, no, we can't do that, that's against our policy district. It's this is a district that says, you know what, let's try it. Let's have fun. And, folks, we've had a lot of fun this season here on the Tradewater Sports Network. And, folks, just more to come. Tune in next year for all the basketball home broadcasts, all the baseball, all the softball, possibly some wrestling in the mix as well, as we will continue to bring you some of the most tradition-ridden sports teams in the state. Obviously, one of the most traditional and beautiful parks, Riverside Park, playing as the first scene to a background and a network that we've just started. Folks, we don't know where we'll be broadcasting softball and baseball from next year. I mean, it could be the city park, but quite possibly we'll be right back here at a timeless venue. But, folks, I think I've got all the thank yous out. Big thank you to my fiance, Madison Harrelson, for just putting up with the fact that I've been gone 4 nights this week from home, and she's been able to put up with that, but also be supportive throughout all this time. So thank you to her. And we're just getting started. For the final time this season, and not the final time ever, this is Isaac Bourne, and that's Levi Purdy. Thank you all so much for tuning in, folks, to the Tradewater Sports Network.